Welcome to TGI Today, Kauai Island's only live newscast powered by AI. TGI Today focuses on local and relevant news content you can only get from the Garden Island. I'm Rose, and with me is James. Join us as we bring you the in-depth stories behind the headlines right here on TGI Today. On today's show, we'll be covering stories about Kauai Sea Scouts being honored by the county, community health needs at the next YWCA Community Resource Day, and YWCA raising awareness about domestic violence on Kauai. Before we start, a big mahalo to Long's Drugs for sponsoring today's newscast. Visit your local Long's Drugs for your everyday needs and continue to make Long's part of your day. Today we're talking about the Kauai Sea Scouts being honored by the county. Let's dive in. James, what can you tell us about the heroic rescue that led to Kauai Sea Scouts Day being declared?
The Sea Scouts aboard U.S. Decisive were honored by Mayor Derek S.K. Kawakami for their heroic rescue of a sailboat that became grounded on October 9 during their small boat training at Nauwiliwili Small Boat Harbor.
What an incredible story. Now, can you share more about the opportunity for the Sea Scouts to secure a new vessel?
Sea Scout Commodore Larry Richardson mentioned the chance to get a new 60-foot boat with twin engines and a steel hull that can accommodate scouts from both the Kapaa and Port Allen troops.
That sounds like a fantastic opportunity. What are the next steps for the Sea Scouts in securing this new boat?
Richardson hopes to get community support to move the boat from Oahu to Kauai, where it will serve the Sea Scouts program for years to come.
An inspiring story of bravery and teamwork by the Kauai Sea Scouts. Coming up next, we'll be diving into the important topic of community health needs at the upcoming YWCA Community Resource Day. Now for the upcoming Community Health Needs Assessment at the YWCA Community Resource Day. James, could you tell us more about the event and its significance?
Absolutely, Rose. The Hawaii Healthcare Association of Hawaii is organizing a Community Health Needs Assessment on October 30 at the YWCA main building in Lihue. Abigail Nakins and Renee Hamilton Cambeal from the YWCA of Kauai are encouraging everyone to participate and share their thoughts on community health.
What can attendees expect during this event and how often is it held?
The Community Health Needs Assessment occurs every 3 years. The forum on October 30 will run from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the YWCA Kauai, coinciding with the monthly Community Resource Day. This initiative aims to address the health needs of the community and facilitate access to essential services.
Could you elaborate on the services available during the Community Resource Day and how they benefit the attendees?
Certainly. The event will feature the Hulalahui Mobile Clinic, offering medical care on a sliding scale. The YES Project Mobile Outreach will assist students in unstable housing, while Project Vision will provide basic vision exams. Moreover, the Hawaii Food Bank Kauai will distribute food to individuals and families in need.
Thank you, James, for shedding light on this important event that addresses community health needs. Stay tuned for more updates on local initiatives like this one. Coming up next, YWCA raises awareness about domestic violence on Kauai. And now, the YWCA raising awareness about domestic violence on Kauai. James, can you elaborate on the financial trauma as a cause of domestic abuse and violence mentioned in the YWCA Week Without Violence?
Rose, financial trauma is a significant factor in domestic violence. The power and control wheel defines economic abuse, such as preventing a partner from getting a job, giving them an allowance, or controlling family income.
Let's shift our focus to the statistics mentioned in the mayoral proclamation. What can you tell us about the prevalence of intimate partner violence in the nation?
According to the proclamation, nearly 1 in 2 women, 40% of men, and 54% of gender-diverse individuals have experienced intimate partner violence. The research also highlights that certain groups are at higher risk for domestic violence.
Lastly, could you share more about the services provided by the YWCA of Kauai to domestic violence survivors and offenders?
The YWCA of Kauai offered a range of services to domestic violence survivors, including counseling, shelter, and financial empowerment classes. They also provided clinical treatment to offenders through alternatives to violence programs.
Join us in taking a stand against domestic violence and supporting the YWCA of Kauai and its community partners in their efforts to raise awareness. That wraps up today's edition of TGI Today, the local and relevant news content you can only get from the Garden Island. Thanks for tuning in. For complete local news coverage, visit the Garden Island website, your go-to spot for staying up to date. See you next time.